Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
It's another beautiful day.
It is. Very much so.
Just a wisp of burning hay in the air today.
Just a whisk? Is that what you said?
A wisp, yes.
Oh, a wisp. Okay.
Yes.
Well, whatever that is,
yes.
It exists outside.
Yes, it's a hint, and it kind of clashes with my aftershave.
Just a tad.
Yes.
As they say. Just a tad.
Yes. Okay. Today, it's Lobster Day. Yes. Yeah, and, well, lobster, it's typically a very expensive meal, but, hey, lobsters are cheap pets. You know, take your pick.
Cheap pets, huh?
Yeah. Keep a lobster as a pet? Why not?
Upkeep is minimal?
You got it. So,
all right.
and
I've never thought about, ordering myself a pet lobster.
I'll order from the tank that sits near the front of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Where you get to pick out the lobster you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, no, just put it in a bowl of water. I'll take it home.
Yeah. And the little guy is saying, help me, help me. That's what they claim they sound like when they're put in boiling water.
Okay. Maybe
that's what they
give them
say. I have to believe them.
Yeah, give them a shot of tequila first.
Well, you could try that. You probably ought to get a committee together and study it, and then maybe you can get a grant.
Well, I'm sure there is somewhere a grant exactly for that.
I'm sure there is, too.
Yeah.
There's probably a grant for a grant.
Okay. We've got birthdays. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ruby Nash Garnett of Ruby and the Romantics, 86, still waiting for her day to come. Actor Simon Callow is 71. Russell Hitchcock, vocalist with Air Supply, 71. Steve Walsh, vocalist solo and with Kansas, is 69. Actor Jim Belushi, John's brother, is 66. Actress Julie Haggerty, she was in Airplane. She's 65. I don't know if she's done anything since. Actress Polly Draper, 65. Guitarist Brad Gillis of Night Ranger, 63. Actress Eileen Davidson is 61. Actress Helen Hunt, 57. Actress Courtney Cox, 56. Ice Cube is 51. Actress Leah Remini is 50. Actor Jake Busey is 49. Actor Neil Patrick Harris. Doogie Howser, 47. Actor Greg Vaughn is 47. Actress Elizabeth Razor is 45. Actor Jordi Villasuso is 39. Wayne Sermon, he's a guitarist with Imagine Dragons, 36. And actor Denzel Whitaker is 30.
Wash your hands, avoid sick people, and touching your face. There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. Brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We have our KXO birthdays. Happy birthday, Bill Amadon, David Silva, Carl Hinshaw, Lee King, Luis Gamas, Jeremy Keating, Elizabeth Gutierrez, Frank Perez, Claudio Alvarez, Eric Leguera, Gloria McGee, Jennifer Moreno, Jesus Nunez, Marina Corral, Modesta Cabrera, and Cody Valadez. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, and many returns of the day, right?
That's exactly right. Many returns.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if you are aware, but organ donations have decreased during the pandemic.
Well, people haven't been able to, get out, carry
Right.
their kidney over across the street or something.
Right. So as a public service, here at AM 1230, we urge you, donate an organ, even if it's not yours.
Not an accordion, but an organ.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. You and I, we don't play golf.
No.
Terrible, way to ruin a walk, right?
Just a terrible way to ruin a lot of things.
Yes.
They say, it's great exercise, and it really helps, calm your nerves, take your mind off of things. And the looks on faces of golfers and to see what they've done is anything but that.
You got it. But in Florida, a 5-year-old boy who plays golf hit a hole-in-one. You hear that, Pat? Yeah. The way you and I look at it, golf is ridiculous because you get right down to it. The whole object of the game is to play less golf.
That's right. Less swings.
Okay. Just doesn't make sense.
Yes, sirree.
Okay. And the news doesn't make a lot of sense either, but we've got that.
Some days.
Yes. Okay. It's a look at World and California news right now, and it is brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialists.
CBS News special report. The Supreme Court has just moved to protect LGBTQ people at work. Correspondent Steve Dorsey is in Washington.
The court ruled that an employer who fires a worker just because they're gay or transgender violates federal employment law. The decision comes from the case of Gerald Bostock, a gay man who worked as a welfare services coordinator for Clayton County, Georgia. After joining a gay softball league, Bostock was fired shortly after.
Justices 6-3 in favor. President Trump's appointee, Neil Gorsuch, authored the opinion. The High Court could also rule on the president's finances today.
One of the most closely watched decisions is whether the president will be forced to release years of tax returns and other financial records.
The justices have declined to take up a series of new cases on expanding gun rights. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Lock Air Conditioning wants you to protect the things you care about. Protect your family with the air scrubber that utilizes Active Pure, certified technology to protect against airborne and surface contaminants. Clean, deodorize, purify, and protect not only your family, but your home. The air scrubber installs easily to your heating and cooling system, and it's made in the USA. Call Lock Air Conditioning now for details. 760-353-4501. Lock Air Conditioning and protect the things you care about. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Police unions in San Francisco, San Jose, and Los Angeles unveil new reform measures aimed at rooting out racist police officers.
We said that we need to get something out there. We need to be at the forefront of this. We need to start the discussion.
Tony Montoya with the San Francisco Police Officers Association. The 5-point plan calling for creation of a national database of former police officers who were fired for misconduct to keep other agencies from hiring them again. Also calling for additional de-escalation training. California Democratic Representative Karen Bass chairs the Congressional Black Caucus, expressing confidence that a police reform bill will soon pass.
There is a significant awareness. People are in the streets. Now, I just hate when it gets reduced to violence. But the majority of the protests, over the last few weeks have been peaceful.
Bass saying the pressure is now on lawmakers to make sure something does happen. Deadly officer-involved shooting in San Bernardino. A man believed to be holding a gun shot by officers when he refused to drop his weapon. Happened at a local gas station. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. For all your air conditioning and sheet metal needs, call Lock Air Conditioning today.
O'Reilly. This is Derek's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
After the third time jump-starting my car, I finally realized my battery was dying. So I stopped by O'Reilly to have it checked. They tested it right there in the parking lot. It was bad, real bad. But they helped me find the right battery for my car and even installed it for free. Now my car starts like new.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Work at home. Work out at home. Second period math at home. Date night at home. Lately, we're doing a lot more at home, which means we're doing a lot less driving. With pay-per-mile car insurance from Allstate, you get the same reliable coverage you'd expect, but only pay for the miles you drive. Drive less, save more with Allstate. Call an agent for a quote today.
Price based on driving behaviors and includes the daily rates, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and its affiliates.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the Valley, one in Brawley, Another in El Centro, Quick Lane. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Monday morning, the latest update from the Imperial County Public Health Department shows that the number of positive cases in the valley jumped in the last week. The numbers released Saturday morning showed a total of 4,157 positive cases, up 433 from Friday update, and up 1,580 from the numbers released on Friday, June 5th. The number of active cases jumped also from 867 on Friday to 1,153 on Saturday, an increase of 286. On June 5th, there were 975 active cases. The number of COVID-19 related deaths shot up by 10 between June 5th and June 13th. The spike in numbers comes on the heels of the Memorial Day weekend. Testing for the coronavirus is available at 2 Optum-Serve sites in the county, one at the Calexico Community Center and the other at Veterans Hall in Imperial. Testing is free and no physician referral is necessary. Appointments can be made by registering online with Optum-Serve. A link is available through the Health Department website. Residents are encouraged to be tested even if they display no symptoms of the virus. Imperial County CEO Tony Rojotis and Imperial County Public Health Department Director Jeanette Angulo discussed the latest information on the county's response to the COVID-19 pandemic on the KXO YouTube channel and available on the KXO website, kxoradio.com. Potholing, that's what they call it. The city of El Centro will begin the first phase of a project to replace an existing sanitary sewer line along Imperial Avenue between Adams Avenue and Brighton Avenue. The first phase will begin on Monday, and again, it's called potholing. It consists of excavating small areas to determine the vertical, horizontal position or positioning of other underground utilities. Lane closures are expected between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m., but Imperial Avenue will remain open. The potholing is expected to run through July 10th of this year. The entire project is expected to be completed by December 30th of 2020. KXO News Time, 7:43.
To show their gratitude to frontline or essential workers, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro have something very special. For all Ford Pass Rewards members who are considered frontline or essential workers, they give you the Works Service Package through June 30th. Now, the offer applies to current or new Ford Pass Rewards members who are frontline or essential workers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Not a Ford Pass Rewards member? See your Quick Lane service advisor for details.
In other local news, expanding a lending program. It will be discussed tomorrow. At their meeting on Tuesday, the County Board of Supervisors will be asked for direction regarding the possibility of continuing and expanding the Business Stabilization Lending Program through the Public Benefit Program for businesses affected by COVID-19. They will also be asked to adopt a resolution approving an amendment to the California State Association of Counties Excess Insurance Authority Joint Powers Authority Agreement as a voting member. The board meets in public session at 10 a.m., but they would prefer the public view the meeting on the live video audio streaming link at the county website. Questions for the board on any agenda topic can be submitted to the clerk of the board during normal business hours. The IID Board of Directors, that will conclude this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, the service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, Quick Lane in Brawley and El Centro. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Gold and Diamond Exchange is finally open in their new permanent location. Gold and Diamond Exchange, 593 Main Street, 6th and Main, downtown El Centro. Still buying gold and silver jewelry and coins, as well as military collectibles. If you need cash to get you through these difficult times, see Lonnie at Gold and Diamond Exchange, 6th and Main, El Centro. Page 2 of the local news and weather, brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
The Imperial Valley Fire Departments were kept busy all weekend. Friday afternoon, a structure fire was reported at Highway 115 in Bowles Road. Several departments responded to the fire near Calipatria. Firefighters returned to the same location later Friday after the fire apparently started up again. On Saturday afternoon, firefighters responded to a hay fire in the Bonds Corn Bridgestein Road area near Hopeville. And at about 2:30 p.m. Saturday, a 3-alarm fire destroyed a house in the 900 block of Grant in Calexico. Sunday afternoon, a field fire near Beale and English Road near Nyland resulted in a second alarm being issued. At about 7:45 p.m. Sunday evening, Imperial County Fire requested a mutual aid for a structure fire on Arnold Road in Winter Haven. Early Monday morning, the Calipatria Fire Department responded to a rekindle of the structure fire on Highway 115 in Bowles Road. They just can't get that thing put out. Roadmap to recovery status. It is a public reminder. The county reminds the public that the county remains in Stage 2, lower risk, also known as Stage 2A, under the Roadmap to Recovery, under guidelines established the California Resilience Roadmap by Governor Gavin Newsom. Retail businesses, office workplaces, places of worship, children and pet grooming facilities are authorized to open with modifications. Businesses to remain closed until further notice include dine-in restaurants, bars and nightclubs, entertainment venues, gyms and fitness studios, public events, hair and nail salons and tattoo parlors. County Health Officer Dr. Stephen Munday says it is important for the public to remember that Imperial County residents are to continue practicing social distancing because we continue to experience widespread transmission of COVID-19. While other counties are opening up, Imperial County is not. Munday said the Public Health Department is committed to prioritizing the public's health and safety as they respond to the pandemic. Well, the county was notified of the release of untreated sewage into the New River this last week. The Imperial County Public Health Department and other county officials received the notification from the International Boundary and Water Commission, or IBWC. They were notified of the release of untreated sewage in the New River. The release was due to the repair work that was being completed on the water plant in Mexicali. Dr. Stephen Munday, County Health Officer, stated the release of the untreated sewage into the New River is the reason why individuals should avoid contact with the New River water and the river banks. And finally, El Centro Regional Medical Center and Livestream are partnering once again. They'll be hosting a blood drive. El Centro Regional Medical Center and Livestream Blood Services will host a 2-day blood drive today and tomorrow. The blood drive will be held at the hospital both days from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. For everyone's safety, social distancing will be enforced at all times. Persons that are feeling well and free of illness symptoms, including fever, will be eligible to donate. All potential donors will be screened at the door for COVID-19 related symptoms, and all donors will be checked to ensure their temperature is normal before entering the building. To register, you can go to lstream.org or call 1-800-879-4484. We'll be back with a look at at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carol Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says near to somewhat above normal temperatures are expected through this week. There will be day-to-day fluctuations in the wind, with tomorrow being the breeziest. There will be a slight warming trend heading into the weekend, with the Imperial and Yuma Valley highs reaching 108. Today will be sunny with a high near 102. South-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour, then becoming north-northwest this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 72. West-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tuesday, sunny with a high near 103. Light and variable wind in the morning, becoming west-southwest 10 to 15 miles an hour in the afternoon, with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Right now downtown, we have 79 degrees, 51% relative humidity, wind out of the southeast at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services. It's never been easier to buy a new Volkswagen than right now. Here's Isaac Garcia.
Imperial Valley Volkswagen has a huge selection of brand new Volkswagens ready to go. You can literally sign and drive with zero down, no payments for 120 days. Volkswagen has the best warranty in America, 6 years of warranty. And are you ready for this? For the first time ever, Volkswagen has announced 0% on all certified used vehicles. Only here at Imperial Valley Volkswagen.
0% APR for 72 months on most VW models and 120 days of deferment for highly qualified customers through Volkswagen Credit. 0% APR for 60 months on most certified pre-owned VW models for highly qualified customers through Volkswagen Credit. Imperial Valley Volkswagen, Highway 86 and Ayton Road in Imperial, where it's safe to save big. It's just that easy. It's sports time. Well, maybe. Yeah, first, some scores. 7-4, 8-2, and my favorite, 7-6 in extra innings. Meanwhile, the Major League Baseball Players Association rejected Major League Baseball's latest proposal to begin the 2020 season. The league proposed a 72-game season at 80% prorated pay on Friday. Yeah, and the Players Union, nope, ain't going to happen. So, are they going to play? Probably. But how many games? And who's going to get paid? Meanwhile, the National Basketball Players Association said players spent the weekend discussing how they could best use our obvious influence, either by playing or not playing, to make sure we enhance and move this movement forward rather than distracting from it. The players speaking about using their influence on the Black Lives Matters movement. And Spurs coach Greg Popovich knocked NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell for previously caving in to President Trump. Popovich said, "A smart man is running the NFL, and he didn't understand the differences between the flag and what makes the country great. All the people who fought to allow Kaepernick to have the right to kneel for justice." And in other news, Ohio State football players and their parents have been asked to sign an acknowledgement of risk waiver regarding the coronavirus pandemic before returning to campus for voluntary workouts. Athletic Director Gene Smith confirmed The Buckeye Pledge asks players to help stop the spread of the COVID-19 and accept I may be exposed to COVID-19 and other infections. The waiver states any failure to comply with my Buckeye Pledge above may lead to immediate removal of athletic participation privileges and/or the inability to use athletic facilities. That's it for Sports Time. We've got a look at financial news just ahead. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and the weather brought to you this morning by Imperial Valley's Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, they do. U.S. stocks benchmarks were trading sharply lower today, but off their worst levels amid growing evidence of a resurgence of the deadly COVID-19 pandemic in parts of the world, raising fears that reopening efforts may need to be halted or even reversed. Those concerns had led to major equity benchmarks recording their worst weekly performance since March in the previous week. The Dow Jones Industrial Average right now is at 25,270. That's off about 500 points. And the S&P 500 down 45 points to about 2,996. The NASDAQ trading 79 points lower at 9,513. Markets are on edge as growing fears that the disease derived from the novel strain of coronavirus is reemerging, undercutting what became a bullish mood on Wall Street.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialists. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection. Water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 53 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. That's 352-6789 or 344-2533 in the North End. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 102, south-southeast wind about 5 miles an hour, then turning out of the north-northwest this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 72, west-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow will be sunny with a high near 103, light and variable wind, then turning out of the west-southwest 10 to 15 miles an hour in the afternoon. Gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. 80 degrees downtown, 50% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Roto-Rooter in El Centro and Brawley. When drains don't work, they do.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank. I'm Steve Kathan. The U.S. Supreme Court with a major civil rights ruling that affects the workplace. CBS's Steve Dorsey is in Washington.
Supreme Court observers call it a landmark decision from the court, saying employers can't fire someone just because they're gay or transgender. The ruling follows a number of cases this term involving LGBTQ rights, including from a gay Clayton County, Georgia employee who was fired after he joined a gay softball league, and a transgender woman terminated from her job at a Michigan funeral home.
The court declined to hear the Trump administration's challenge to sanctuary laws in California that protect immigrants from deportation, and the High Court decided not to take up a series of cases that look to expand gun rights. White House correspondent Stephen Portnoy tells us we expect President Trump to take action tomorrow on policing.
As he signs an executive order encouraging police to modernize their use of force standards, the president will host families who say their loved ones were wrongly killed by police. A lawyer for the family of Ahmaud Arbery, the Georgia man shot by neighbors while he was jogging, says his relatives will also meet with the president. Their attorney tells CBS News he'll also be on Capitol Hill lobbying to reduce funding for police departments.
The attorney for the 17-year-old high school student who shot the now infamous George Floyd video with a Minneapolis police officer's knee on his neck says she was traumatized by the event. Seth Coben tells CBS This Morning,
I don't believe she had any idea she was going to witness a murder. She thought this was just another act of police brutality, the sort of thing that unfortunately is routine in her neighborhood. It escalated into something much greater than that.
Now to New York. Rough start for stocks right from the opening bell this morning. The Dow is down more than 700 points early. Right now it's down 346. Business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
It's probably some combination of profit taking after the massive rally through last week's high level on Wednesday's close and concerns over the pace of reopenings, as well as new infection rates.
Miami Herald reports at least 42,000 workers remain trapped on cruise ships 3 months after the industry shut down. Some have COVID-19. Most are not getting paid. Many have blocked cruise ships from docking during the pandemic. Trouble for a military fighter jet overseas. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
This was an F-15 with one pilot on board. The pilot's fate isn't known and a search is underway. This happened in the North Sea, and UK search and rescue are assisting. The jet was on a routine training mission.
And again, the Dow is down 326. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open a new savings account with a rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
Under the Hood, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Bird droppings on your car can be annoying and, as it turns out, destructive. Here's auto expert Jeff Gilberts.
Spring is here, the birds are out, and they can damage your car's paint. Best way to get the bird droppings off: dish soap and a soft brush.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
At CBS News, our mission is to provide you with the facts you need to stay safe and informed. CBS This Morning and the CBS Evening News continue to deliver the latest news and developments on the COVID-19 outbreak. You can watch our free streaming service, CBSN, 24/7 at our website or on your phone using the CBS News app. Right now, we know you have a lot of questions and are looking for answers, and we want you to know CBS News is here to help you make sense of it all.
Plenty of attention focused on George Floyd's daughter since his death in police hands last month.
Barbara Streisand has gifted 6-year-old Gianna Floyd with Disney stock and 2 copies of studio albums from the 1960s. It's not clear how many stock shares Gianna now owns, but her new Instagram account showing her holding a photo of the letter and certificate from Streisand already has about 45,000 followers. Texas Southern University has offered Gianna a full ride scholarship, and Kanye West has set up a college fund for her. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
World Soccer's governing body has called for tolerance and common sense, responding to President Trump's tweet that he won't watch the sport now that an anthem standing policy has been removed by FIFA. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Present to you with this year's Choice YouTuber Award,
Carol Buckley.
Prepare to get rocked.
That was unbelievable.
AM 1230 KXO. 1230.
This is an ugly candy bar. Peter Paul's almond cluster. It bulges from the way they stuff those almonds and crunchy stuff inside. It's so ugly, in fact, we're not going to show it to you. But don't go away. We're going to show you something. Isn't that something? Believe me, it's better than looking at our candy bar. Funny thing, ugly as it is, almond cluster tastes just beautiful. Why people who make such a crunchy, chocolatey candy can't fix the way it looks? I don't know. Maybe we should be on the radio or something.